guys, Joe here. We have officially transitioned to fall here. Temperatures are getting cooler, but that hasn't stopped us from working on the flag semi. So today we're going to get the other frame extension cut, and then we're going to take those down, get them sandblasted, and get a quote on having some fab work done on them. So we've also been working on the rear semi rims. We got them sandblasted and powder coated. You are not going to believe how awesome they turned out. Stay tuned. All right, and here you can see the final result of our cutting. So that's the frame extension held temporarily in place. That's the actual length of the original semi's frame. So now you can visually see how much they chopped off. Now, a couple things. First of all, I know I'm going to get comments about this. Why did you do a straight cut? Why not a zigzag and all that stuff? This, and this is going to get cleaned up a little bit so there's no gap there, but we're going to weld this just like that. It's going to be backed by a 1/4 inch steel plate on the back side of this. Plus, if we look at the fifth wheel here, the fifth wheel bolts in. See all those holes? So the fifth wheel bolts in here, here, across the top, all the way across here. So with a weld across there, plate on the back, fifth wheel on the top, those pieces are not going anywhere. Remember, this is not going to be used to haul anything. It's a showpiece now. That's why we cut it like that. All right. The reason we cut this is because we're going to get this bent down, bent around here to give it a nice finished look on the edge. So we cut that extra long so we could do that. These pieces are getting sent off. I just put them on here for this purpose of this video. They're going to get sent off sandblasted. We're having a guy come in, he's going to sandblast the rest of the frame too, but these are going to get sandblasted. All the extra holes from the donor frame, we're going to get all those filled in, as well as all the extra holes on the frame. So this is what it looks like now. And please disregard this giant gap here. I made an error, not on this part, when I was cutting this off. And this is obviously not straight, but it will be. And when that gets bumped back, then these two will be exactly even where they need to be. So I still have some work to do there. But you can see it's coming along. All right, so here we've got the two rear axles of the semi. And we've mentioned this before, but the rims that were on the semi are not the rims that were on the semi when it was on the show. The front rims are, right? The Alcoa, let's walk over here, we'll show you. So those Alcoa rims are the same ones that were used on the show, right? They look familiar, don't they? However, these rear ones were not. In the rear, they had simple steel wheels. Now what you're seeing here are actually those same Alcoa wheels that were on the front of the semi, except they're flipped around, right? So this is the deep side of them. If we were to take this off, flip the tire around, it would look identical to the front ones. All 8 of these are those Alcoa rims, and they're all incorrect. So with the help, again, of our friend Danny, he helped us to source the correct steel wheels He brought 8 of them up here whenever he came up to help us remove these axles. He brought 8 of them up here. They were pretty crusty, as you can imagine. They were well used. So what did we do? Well, we took them down to our local sandblasting place, got them sandblasted, got them powder coated in the correct medium to medium light, medium dark, whatever, gray. And now we're gonna reveal them to you. So this is old. Let's walk over here. And here are all 8 of the correct rims, powder coated, ready for tires. Take a look at that. They really turned out nice. Now some of the rims, this one in particular is probably the worst of them, had some pitting on the inside. So that's not a big deal, right? Because only 4 of these rims are actually going to be shown on the outside. You're only gonna be able to see 4 of them. The other 4 are on the inside track. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick out the 4 nicest ones, obviously, put them on the outside. And really, they're all nice. That one's kind of the worst. So let's move in, take a little bit closer of a look. And you can see here that they just really did a bang up job. All the lips are great. They are ready for tires. Now, we're not gonna be putting tires on them anytime soon. We gotta finish the framework over there. We got to get the frame extensions added on. We're gonna get the frame sandblasted. We got to get all the existing holes plugged. We got to get the original holes that were plugged unplugged, and then we got to get those axles pushed back in. Once all that is done, then we're going to worry about tires and getting these mounted. So with any luck, in the coming months, we will get these axles back under the truck, and then really once these are there, once the frame's done, then it's time for paint. Can you believe it? We're going to be painting this thing before too long. Once it's done painted, then we got to build a sleeper. Stay tuned. We got a lot more ahead.
And now, while we listen to Joe's selection of Knight Rider music that we received directly from Don Peak himself, we'd like to thank these Patreon supporters. Look at you guys scrolling up the screen to my right. Wait a minute, how can you tell which side is my right, since you can't see me because I'm not on camera? Oh well, you know what I mean. We're featuring these fine supporters at our Knight Rider Prop Restorer level. Thank you very much for your support. And for those of you at the Knight Rider History Hunter level, we're recognizing you right now in the description. Now, if you enjoyed seeing this golden nugget of Knight Rider history being rescued from obscurity, then please consider supporting us on Patreon. Your support would empower us to bring you even more of these historical nuggets. We are the Knight Rider Historians. Till next time, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.